Hello and welcome everyone again into another video. And today's video we have some nice battles from my live stream which I pulled. I do stream on Twitch Monday, Friday and during the weekend. And today's video I have some battles from two teams I run on my live stream. So if you guys watch my YouTube videos, I'm a big fan of Shadow Dragonite, so I decided to run Shadow Dragonite for a set. And surprisingly, the Pokemon was doing great. And first match, we see a Spark Lantern. Spark got nerfed, but in this matchup, it's actually buffed for some reason. Because now, look at this. Spark is doing more damage than Dragon Breath. Almost the same. Imagine a Shadow Pokemon doing as much damage as a bulky non-Shadow Pokemon. And this is a Surf. I think I made a mistake by shielding it because this is a resisted move. And I'm not supposed to be shielding resisted moves, right? We see a Medi. Well, I'm glad I shielded there, to be honest now. Now, after landing this, I think I should be leaving and going to Lantern because it's a neutral matchup. We saw Medi, we saw Lantern, and I had my Pokemon Go Plus in the background, so I was having some slight lags here and there. And we see the opponent shielding. That means they have something that doesn't want to see this. And now we just click all the way down and it was a Pelipper. So this is a matchup that Licky just destroys, not just win. Especially in the zero, because I'm able to get to two Body Slams before they are able to get to a Hurricane and a Weather Ball. Hurricane does lots of damage, but they need more damage than that to win this matchup. And all we need to do is just a bunch of flicks and two Body Slams, and we should win this game. Okay, moving into the next one, we have a Bastion. This is a horrible lead, probably the worst lead that you could ever get. And we swap to Licky. They bring back the Medi. Now, the only way I win this is by winning Switch. But there is no way a Basti player will let you get alignment back, because Basti players rely on alignment to win the game. It's actually a sad fact that in season 16, people still play for alignment rather than just playing for energy and shield advantage. But hey, if they win with that, a win is a win, right? It doesn't matter how you win. What matters is that whether you won or no. So they bring back the Basti here. I get back and go to Lantern, and in this situation, I don't know why I'm throwing this. I need to farm them all the way down because they won't be shielding. So now my play is I need to shield this and I need to bait and then nuke. Opponent needs to call a bait to win this matchup. Why am I baiting? Because I cannot afford to superpower here, because I still need some Dragon Breath damage, right? Opponent called the bait, and that's like my last win condition against this team, even though we get hard countered. So there is always a play, even if you get hard countered, okay? There's always a play. I get confused there because I saw ground and steel, so I thought it's G-Fisk for some reason, but it was a Steelix. I know that the opponent is trying to bait out my Lantern, but I don't have any other play, so I have to swap out to Lantern. So let's try to get something out of this, and we were able to leave this matchup with half health, which is decent, okay? We throw in good timing there, and now all we need to do is just throw a Surf after a Surf and keep doing some water gun damage. We throw a Surf here, and now they aren't in a very healthy situation. So now the play is, do we go Licky or Dragonite? I think I made a call by going a Dragonite and shield the Dragonite, because hey, no matter what you do, Dragonite will get the shields back. Remember, I'm like, they have a Sableye in the back there somewhere. Okay, it was an A/. So we bait here because they cannot call this, right? And I tried to catch. Opponent was patient and they did not throw. So the matchup now is slightly worse than I was hoping for, because I was expecting a Sableye. And Licky has a better matchup against Sableye than this thing. But I don't think I'm in a bad situation, because they need two drill runs now. And all I need to do is just go straight Body Slams, okay? So they are extremely low, which means they won't be able to get to the next move. And I think I'm in a good spot, okay? Dragon Breath down. No, I am actually gonna Dragon Claw them for no reason. But yeah, that was a good game. Okay, moving into the next one. We have Dragonite into Medi again. So a pro tip here, okay? If you struggle for throwing good timing, if you let them throw first, by the time if you let them throw, you don't throw here, by the time you get to two Dragon Claws, and you throw the first one will be in good timing regardless, okay? So we shield here, and now we see if they stay in. By the time I have back-to-back, this was slightly bad timing because honestly, they like the animation caught me off guard. Since we threw the move, now what do? We get a shield, right? So all we need to do is just farm them all the way down. And EQ doesn't do that much. Like, doesn't KO, okay? Because I want to be as low as possible when they bring back the Medi. I wasn't able to get to a move there, but remember that I was able to get some Dragon Breaths in case the Medi gets some farm, and I'm able to snipe it there. So look at this. The moment you see a Pokemon like this, because they have the Ice Punch, right? But they are at 1 HP. So there is no reason to stay in. I can just swap and either tank the energy from a bad move on my bulky leaky Pokemon, or you stay in and you shield. But you don't want to use your shields as frequent as possible, okay? Just because they're about to get to a move doesn't mean you stay and take it. So the ideal play, you go to Licky and you snipe the Medi like that, and then they faint with a move. Now, it's a Licky against the Stunfisk. This is one of the matchups that got flipped because of the EQ nerf. Now, Licky now beats Stunfisk. We see a Mantine lead. This is not an ideal lead, actually. So what's the play? Well, I need to catch at some point. So we see an Aerial Ace and it being insta-thrown. And that's the thing. If they insta-throw the Aerial Ace on 5, if you insta-throw the Dragon Claw, and it will be good timing. Opponent counter swapped with a Steelix. This is a scuffed matchup for both. And for some reason, I threw on CMP there, which means my Power Whip is not going to do as much as it's supposed to be. It's supposed to do, right? But here's the thing. We're still chunking the Steelix at this point, honestly. And I'm able to get to this before they get to the big nuke. So what's the play now? Well, let's see what's going to happen. That's what we will do. We will see what will happen. And we see an EQ here. Now we have to Water Gun all the way down. 1, 2, 3. And they didn't even get to the breaking swipe. So now what's the play? Well, I want to see what's happening in the back. If it's a Registeel, Mantine double steal. Yeah, that's a very fun team to use in 2450 or something elo, right? So now here's the thing. If they debuff me, I have to swap out. They did not debuff, so I just stay in. So this is not a bad matchup for Water Gun Lantern, okay? Water Gun Lantern beats Registeel in the 0, I think, or the 1. I am not sure. All I know is that I am counting and I'm going to try to do my best. So now I don't need to shield this because all I need is your love chat. We see the Mantine comes back, but they don't have shields anymore because they used the shield on the Registeel, and now we just farm them all the way down, and then we should win this game. Okay, moving into the next set. So I'm like, you remember, like, I made a video about that team, the Gligar, Licky, Lantern. So people was like, okay, what do we use instead of Licky? I said you can use Umbreon. But I don't want to use Lantern, okay? So I decided to use Umbreon, okay? So this is a very solid team. It has it's extremely bulky, and it's a nice one as well. So Diggersby into Licky. In the 0 shield, this is not a bad matchup, by the way, because you're able to land 2 Power Webs. And I wasn't aware of the fast move. For some reason, I kept thinking that that move is a one-turn move, tackle. I don't know how I forget about that. And because I threw in bad timing, they are able to get to the Scorching Dance before I get to my big my body slam. So see, sometimes you need to do good timing. I was able to catch their move on my Umbreon, and now let's see what they have in the back. It's a Steelix. All I need to do is just keep throwing with a move when I get it as early as possible before I keep getting debuffed. So this matchup is going to take 3 hours, 3 hours and a half. A foul play after breaking swipe, another breaking swipe, and then I swap and throw a dig. They are almost in a dig range, so they tried to call the bait. I wasn't baiting, that's why. Now we see this matchup. So who's going to win this matchup? Well, I am just going to try to chip this Pokemon as much as possible. And I think I swapped with a move. So what we need to do is chip them until they are in foul play range. So I'm shielding here just to put them in foul play range, okay? Because the wing attack damage is adding up. Aerial Ace. Now they are almost in a Snarl range. So since they know shield, we try to catch. And now I should win this game. I don't know why I threw that one, because 2 Snarls are able to KO, and I think I am outside one wing attack range, and that was a nice game. Okay, moving to the next one, we have a Gligar into Lantern. This is a bad matchup, and the team doesn't have a straight Lantern match. I was trying to check whether it's a Spark or Water Gun, and it turns out it's Water Gun. Opponent swapped very late, which means I can flip this matchup if I want to. Okay, so I tried to throw on good timing, so which we ended up throwing on good timing, and now if this is Psychic, I still live that. We live that with 1 HP. That's why you go for the rank 1 best buddy Lickitung, okay? Now, what's the play? I think they will bring Lantern, right? And then we go to Umbreon, and we will see what's gonna happen after. We just play for like something that, since opponent is not swapping, that gives me the vibes that they have a Sableye in the back. I don't know why, but I think it's a Sableye in the back. They aren't swapping out, right? Or maybe a Gligar. What was that second Pokemon? It was Medi, right? There's always Licky with a Medi. There is always so many stuff with Medi. We see a Surf here, and I didn't shield, and now I'm just gonna try to farm as much as possible. So we shield here, and I'm gonna count to 5, then throw. And it's a Licky, so we lose this. Because Licky destroys Gligar. This is one of the reasons why Licky is so good right now, because Gligar is so popular, and Licky is one of the very few Pokemon that destroys it in a neutral matchup. Moving to the next one, we have someone that is running a Giga Chad Pokemon, which is called the Dragonite. So usually when you go to 6 fast moves, they always try to catch. So I decide to throw on 5. And now, what's the play here? I need to keep throwing. I get a 3 fast move there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 1 more and then throw. Why? So I can keep track of my counting, because it's 6 seconds for them, right? Which means if I shield here, I can take them out. So Gligar is able to win the 2 against Shadow Dragonite, which is actually decent. We see a Lickitung on the swap, and that's why I switched to Umbreon, because there was so many Lickitung in the meta, and Umbreon deals with Licky way better than Medi deals with Licky, okay? So what's the plan now? Well, we're just gonna throw Foul Plays, and I need to leave with a move as well. So look at this. I think I get a frame drop here, and the game, see? The game glitch, and I didn't get Excellent, which means my next Foul Play won't be able to KO. Well, I don't think it's a bad glitch there. I went for the extra here because I want to leave with a move as well to throw on the Dragonite. So we throw the Foul Play. The Foul Play is supposed to KO right now. And now, okay, opponent is stalling. I threw on 2 for some reason, which is supposed to be bad timing. But hey, we have a Licky, and I think the game is supposed to be way straightforward than it is. And all we need to do is just throwing body slams after body slams, and now I can just power whip them and take this game. Okay, throw up Thunderbolt after Thunderbolt after Thunderbolt. I think if they went double Surf there instead of double Thunderbolt, they could have gotten to a 3rd Surf. But again, they still don't win. Moving on to the next one, we have a Gligar into Deoxys Defense. This is a solid matchup, and they swap into Steelix, which I don't have an answer to. So I'm going to stay in a bit and throw some digs here and there. If they shield, I have to stay in even longer, because there is a problem here, and we need to find a solution for it. I'm not going to shield. I'm going to do 1, then throw. Okay, I'm actually wondering what did I do. Okay, I'm like, please don't go to... Opponent is lagging. I don't know if it's lags or no, because a couple days ago I thought the opponent is lagging, and literally after 6 seconds they were able to throw a breaking swipe. So I don't trust this game sometimes. By sometimes I mean most of the times. But I think the opponent was actually lagging after watching these battles. So what's the plan now? Well, I don't feign to a Thunderbolt. They need to throw a Psycho Boost there. And I was able to throw this Body Slam, and at this point, I can just go Umbreon and Snarl them all the way down. This is a Psycho Boost based on the wall, because they counted 5. They should bring Steelix just to debuff me since I'm switch locked. Okay, I see that. Okay, now they have a Dugong. Okay, I am up a shield. I don't lose this matchup. But the opponent is staying in, which means this matchup is going to timeout. Timeout means the one with more health. Sorry, the one with more Pokemons will win. If both have same number of Pokemons, the one with more health will win. So I just need to shield the first 2 charge moves because I need to be healthier than the opponent. And the opponent is still not leaving the matchup thinking that they could somehow win this matchup. Well, I mean, if I swap at one point and get lower number of Pokemons, then yes. But since I'm aware, I will make sure that's not happening. And now I start getting tilted. It's like I am wasting 3 minutes just doing nothing because my opponent is not top lifting this matchup. So I started getting more salty. And I'm able to throw this move, and now they have a Steelix, and the timer is 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, you know what? I'm actually gonna be him last second, and I'm gonna keep the opponent locked in here for the 12 seconds, doing nothing just to lose the timeout. So, okay, next game, horrible lead, but again, we have 2 solid answers to the A slash. We have the Licky, which is the soft one, and we have Umbreon, which is the solid one. Okay, since opponent is staying in, that means they don't have a Licky answer, which is sometimes if you don't have a Licky answer, then your team is bad because Licky is the most common Pokemon in the current meta. So it's supposed to have a Licky answer. Okay, they swapped into Gligar now. And now all I need is just to swap out and keep throwing Aerial Ace after an Aerial Ace. Why did I go to Gligar? Because I don't want my Gligar to be locked into their A slash, right? So I think I still live the next Aerial Ace. They don't live my Aerial Ace plus the wing attack, so I don't need to shield this, but they need to shield this. So how did this game go? I'm actually curious to know. I don't remember this matchup for some reason. This is a CMP. What I'm gonna do is, I don't care about winning this, honestly. Because my Licky is healthy, my Umbreon is healthy. I'm just gonna lick all the way down. And they were able to get to a move. Dude, this is so annoying. Okay, Snarl down. And I think it's a Sableye in the back, based on the way they played. It's either a Sableye or an Ice Pokemon. Because look at this, they brought this Pokemon and they are staying in, which means it's actually a Sableye or a Licky. And there is the Sableye. So all we need to do is just throw these foul plays after the foul play. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed these battles and these teams. If you like these teams, feel free to use them. And let me know in the comment section below, how did you go with? I recommend the second team if you are trying to improve at the game. Because the second team has way bigger room for mistakes than the first one. The first one, if you screw up something on the Dragonite, you just lose the game because Dragonite cannot take a hit. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching. This is the end of the video. If you guys like these battles, make sure to leave a like and share, make sure to subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.